head over to Dollar Tree, grab some of these supplies for easy and fun DIY Halloween yard decorations on a budget. Let's get started. For this project, you're going to need a set of giant eyes and a couple of bowls. I started by hot gluing the eyes onto the bottom of the white bowls. And then I took a red permanent marker and made squiggle lines all along the white bowl to make the eyeball. And I made 2 of these. I took them outside and then I placed it into one of the bushes in my front yard. Now I have a spooky shrub monster. You can see him by day, and I added some puck lights so the eyes would glow in the evenings. If you like these DIYs, you might be interested in my new DIY books. You can find all of the information in the description below. For this project, you're going to need a pumpkin bucket. I marked 2 lines on either side of the back of the pumpkin so I'd know where I needed to cut next. I placed the hot knife tip onto my plaid wood burning tool, and then I was able to cut the back right off. In addition to that, I cut off the bottom. And I placed this on the light fixture outside our garage. Here's what it looks like by day, and here's how it glows in the evenings. For this project, you're going to need a hula skirt and some glasses. For the base, I'm using this old candle holder that I picked up at a thrift store. And I took my hula skirt and I wrapped it around the candle holder base. I added a hat and I added some glasses. And you have your own cousin it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. For this project, you're going to need some solar lanterns. I heated up my glue gun so it was nice and hot. And then I just started making those extra gluey, stringy lines and just added them all over both of the lanterns. What I was doing was creating a bunch of cobwebs all over the surface. These will be easy to pull off later down the road when I want the lanterns just to be plain again. And here's a quick look at the gluey webs. I grabbed some smaller shepherd's hooks and placed them into my flower pots in my front yard, and then I placed the lanterns on the shepherd hooks. You can see the cobwebs on the lanterns during the day, and here's a look at how they glow in the night. I love the flicker. Want my free to-do list? Look for the link in the description below. For this project, you're going to need some burner covers. I took 2 of the burner covers outside, and I spray painted one orange. And the second one I spray painted with green spray paint. And I let both of those pans dry completely. Once they were dry, I brought them inside, and I used a permanent marker to draw on a jack-o'-lantern face on the orange one. And on the green one, I used my permanent marker to draw on a monster face. I grabbed a second set, and for this one, I'm leaving it white, and I'm using the permanent marker to draw on a ghost face. I have one left. What should I do with it? Let me know in the comments below. I flipped all of these pans back over, and I took a skewer and I hot glued it. I used a lot of hot glue on the skewer to secure it to the top of the burner pans. I took all of these burner pans outside and I stuck them into the ground. I think they make a cute display. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And here you can see them by day. And I'll be using a solar spotlight to help them glow in the evenings. For this project, you're going to need some black plastic plates and some cones. I took the 2 cones outside and I gave them a coat of black spray paint. And I let that dry completely. I took the plate and placed it on the ground. Then I placed the cone on top, and now I have a super cute witch's hat. Although I feel like it's missing something. Let me know what you think in the comments below. For this project, I found 3 glass lampshades. I took my permanent marker and I drew 2 eyes on them to make the ghosts. I took a solar light and I pulled off the base and pulled out the little tab. And then I placed the solar light into the top of the lampshade. I placed this on my railing, and I placed all 4 of them there. Where would you put yours? Let me know in the comments below. And here's a look at the ghost starting to light up in the evening. Here's another pumpkin bucket idea. I placed a pop light into my bucket, and then I placed them along my walkway. And then you can place these lights along the walkway for kids to walk up when they trick or treat on Halloween night. You can see them by day, and here you can see how those pumpkins light up the walkway. And you can also see those oven stovetop burners as well, and how they're lit up with the solar lights. And you can take these buckets and do this as well. This time I'm using a flashing light that goes inside regular pumpkins. I started by stacking all the pumpkins on top of each other, and then I hot glued them into place. I turned them on, and I decided to add one of those witch hats to the top of my topiary. I decided to add this next to my little red truck and added the other witch hat to it and put it all by Cousin It for a fun display. For this project, you're going to need a rectangle and a circle tablecloth from Dollar Tree, some solar lights, and a tomato cage. Grab some gaff tape and tip your tomato cage upside down and tape all of the prongs together. Place one end of your solar lights on top and then wind the lights around and around the tomato cage from top to bottom. Take your rectangle tablecloth and wrap it around the tomato cage. Cut off the excess and tape it on the back to hold it in place. Open up your circle tablecloth and roll it up so it's in a cone shape. Trim off the excess tablecloth that you don't need. Lay the circle tablecloth down onto the ground. Place your wrapped tomato cage on top of the circle tablecloth. Stake the solar panel into the ground so it gets lots of sunlight. Your giant witch hat is complete, and it looks good in the daytime, and as the sun sets, the lights will turn on, and it looks just as good at night. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, let's move on to the next project. For this project, you're going to need a hula hoop, a binder ring, and some twine. Place the binder ring in the center of the hula hoop. Wrap some twine around the binder clip, and then wrap it out and around the hula hoop. Next, move to the opposite side and do the same thing. Repeat this process several times until you get the number you'd like to have. Tie a knot of twine onto one of the other strands. Weave the twine around, in and out, all the way around in a circle, and then cut and tie off the other side. Repeat this process several more times until your entire hoop is filled. You now have a giant spider web. Take it out and spray paint the entire thing any color you wish. I'm painting mine black. Wait for the giant spider web to dry completely. You can place this inside, like on your mantle or in a window, or you can hang it outside. You can see it easily during the daytime, but you can also see it at night when the light shines through it. For this project, you're going to need a broom handle, a pool noodle, a pumpkin pail, a bow, and some lights. Pound the broom handle into the ground. Wrap the pool noodle with some black gaffer's tape. Slide the pool noodle onto the broom handle. Add some hot glue to the top and place your pumpkin pail onto the hot glue. Place your lights into the bucket and wind them around the pool noodle. Hot glue on a bow and hot glue on the witch hat. You can see it by day and you can see it glow in the evening. Make several of these to light up your pathway on Halloween. For this project, you're going to need some round tablecloths from Dollar Tree, pumpkin pails, solar lights, and tomato cages. Place your tomato cage upside down and place your pumpkin pail on the top of the prongs holding them together. Wind the whole thing with some solar lights and place your tablecloths over the top. Cut out some eye shapes from some gaffer's tape and place them onto the ghosts. You can make several of these and they will light up your pathway to your door during the day and they will glow in the evenings. For this project, you're going to need a variety of tablecloths, some large eyes, and some gaff tape. Start by cutting the tablecloths into several strips. Tape the strip partway down and wrap it around the entire column. Grab your black tablecloth and cut a little strip with some zigzags. Wrap it around your column and tape it in the back. Place some tape on the back of the giant eyeballs and place them onto your column. Grab a marker and draw on some stitches and a mouth and a nose. Your Frankenstein is ready. Now let's move on to the mummy. Just like with the Frankenstein, tape the back and then wind the white tablecloth around the whole column. Add some tape to the back of the eyes and stick them on the column. I added a little crayon texture so that you could see the mummy wrap a little better. Now I have a column of a Frankenstein and a mummy to greet the trick-or-treaters. For my Halloween archway, I started by staking 6 broom handles into the ground. I spray painted a bunch of pool noodles black and then I taped them together. I spray painted the noodles with stone spray paint, then I slid the pool noodles onto some PEX pipe and then hooked them onto the broom handles, creating an arch. I wrapped each of the arches with some solar string lights. I added a bunch of cobwebs to the archway. The archway can greet guests during the day, and as it gets dark, it'll light up and glow. For this project, you'll need a foam head, some tulle, and fishing line. Start by taping the fishing line to the top of the foam head. Thread the fishing line through the tulle, and tie a knot. We'll be hanging it in a second. Next, you're going to need a round tablecloth, an LED light, and a pumpkin bucket. Place the light in the bucket, remove the handle from the bucket, and place the tablecloth over the top. Make some holes and put the handle back in. For this one, you're going to need a dish towel and a plastic skeleton. Cut a hole in the center of the dish towel and thread the elastic of the skeleton through the hole. For this one, you're going to need a terrarium, a tea light, and a dish towel. Place a tea light into the terrarium and cut a hole in the center of the dish towel. Pull the loop through the dish towel and add some fishing line to hang it. Now you can hang all 3 of these ghosts up outside. You can see them by day and they'll glow in the evening. For this project, you're going to need some poster board in a variety of colors. Measure out the poster board and then cut it into strips. Hot glue the strips together in one long line. Add some ribbon to the top and the bottom, and then add a book title to the center. Repeat this process to the different color of poster board. Hang them up on your door as a fun way to greet guests. For this project, you're going to need a tomato cage, some trash bags, and a pumpkin bucket. Place the tomato cage upside down and place the pumpkin bucket on top of the prongs. Pull a garbage bag over the top of the whole thing, center it up, and tie a ribbon right underneath the pumpkin bucket. Wrap some tulle around a second pumpkin bucket, and then hot glue that bucket on top of the first bucket inside the garbage bag. Place an LED light into the pumpkin bucket, and then hot glue a witch hat onto the top. Cut some strips of trash bag, hot glue them on to make arms on your witch. One option is to have them join hands like this around a cauldron. Another option would be to line them up along your walkway so that you can see them by day, or they can glow and light up your evening walk for trick-or-treaters at night. For this Halloween DIY, you're going to need 2 dollar store trash cans and a mini skeleton. Tie the skeleton into an upside-down trash can. Place the 2 trash cans together so that the skeleton fits inside like it's in a cage. Use some pipe cleaners or zip ties to attach the 2 trash cans together. I attached an old flower basket chain to the top so I could hang it. Here are 3 versions of the same concept: the skeleton, a mermaid skeleton, and then a large size skeleton inside 2 larger laundry baskets. Hang them up outside to greet your trick-or-treaters on Halloween. And guess what? You can buy 2, get 1 free of my books right now. Look for the link in the description below. And I hope this inspires you to create some DIY outdoor Halloween yard decor of your own. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog at chascrazycreations.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.